Hello everybody. So I know I already did a video with these stamps, but here's what I'm thinking. I was here straightening, cleaning, trying to organize a little bit, and I have so many so many different backgrounds and things that I made, and they're just, I've got tons of them. And there's more. I got more. This would be good for a die cut. So it's small, but it would be nice, like a butterfly or something. But I've got all of these, and I thought I keep making these. Look at the trees. I don't know what I'll do with that, but I think, what was I trying with this? I really don't remember now. But I got all these, and I need to do something with them. And I use them once in a while. I'll pull one out, but you can see, and that's kind of a card front in itself. There's a background, there's a background. These are the ones I made the other day with those watercolors. And there's just so much here. So I'm gonna, with those stamps and some of these backgrounds, just get some cards together. Look at, all of them. They're just, trying different things and keeping it for die cuts and, for whatever. So I just thought, let's do something with some of these, and let's get some cards made. And let me grab some card blanks. I don't know. I got 6x6. I think that's 6x6. Yeah, 6x6. I got 4x6. Just the different sizes. Let me see. That's envelopes. Here's a card blank. That's an envelope. Card blank. Maybe a white card blank. A couple of whites here. And these are the smaller ones. So let's have a pink and a blue in that. Just let's see what we get. Let's just see what we get. Let's just start from the beginning. Shall we just use this for something? So this is obviously, it could be that one. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this, I'm gonna trim it up. Oh, I got my Cricut cutter. Where's my other one? Yeah. I have my Cricut backwards, trying to figure out why I can't cut it. So that's really not even a background. This is more like a actual topper. So this one is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So we want to go a little bit smaller than that, right? So that's 4 1/4. So it already is a little bit smaller. But I want it to kind of be sort of even. So I'm going to take quite a bit off of this side. Okay, and then 5 1/2, and I want the 5 1/2 to kind of be right on. So 5 1/2 is there. Let me take a little bit off the top, because we don't always have to have the same. Did I say 5 1/2? I did say 5 1/2, right? They don't always have to be centered. You can make a panel that goes like that, right? It can go that way. Now, I want something that comes in between there, so I need some scrap paper, and I think that coral color, if I have anything in that, this might be good. That's a little bright. That's a little bit brighter, but I think I'm gonna go with it. So this actually ended up being that wide. Three and a half. So let's do 4 inches. Ooh, that's not straight. 4 inches. Let me straighten this out. That is straight. Is this the one that wasn't straight? That's straight. It's just a little off. I got stuff right here, see? I'm trying to straighten stuff and organize stuff. Okay. By 5 1/2. So this would go here like this. Uh-oh, I cut it a little crooked. Bad with this cutter. That means I need another piece of paper now. Now I gotta find another one that's gonna match that. That's the same paper. Okay, let me cut straight. Let me try to cut a straight line. I'm gonna go 4. I need to just move. I got background pieces right here too, in the foils, and they're all in my way. Okay. 4 inches. It's not going to be quite 4 inches. It's going to probably be a little off. See, it's not, that's not straight. Does that mean it's not straight? Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep it on the line and cut it. Okay, and then 5.5. Make sure it's all the way up to the top. And I'm going to come back to the 5.5 because I went a little over so that I could make sure this was straight. Okay, that should not have taken that long. So this will go on here, which will then go on here. And that's how I'm going to do that card. So let me grab the glue. Oh, I didn't make sure that the glue was working. Okay, it appears to be working. And this is all stuff that I made and I've been saving and thinking I was going to use and I haven't used yet. And it's just sitting here and I thought, I've got to do something with this because it's piling up. And I don't want it to keep piling up. Pile is getting too big. Okay. So now it only needs a sentiment. And I can save the sentiment and do a sentiment for it later. But now, instead of all these pieces, I have a card that's just waiting for a sentiment. Right? Just for you. These are the greatest things. Jane sent me these a little bit back, and I use them all the time. They have little nibs on them, and probably nobody's even gonna notice them. But that's just where they were held on. So just for you, and there's a card made, done. Okay, this one, wow. This one is another wow. Let's do okay, this will go on a 4x6. So we're gonna put that on a 4x6. Let me trim it down to where I want it to be. And sometimes this is just fun to do, right? Sometimes it just is fun. So if I just put this on straight on the top. You know, I think that's straight now. Just want to make sure it's all pretty straight. So 4, and I do want a little bit of leeway. I'm gonna make sure that's lined up. Trim it down a little bit. And 6, ooh, that's gonna be a little bit short for the 6. But I'm thinking that's gonna be okay. Let's see what we got. Right? Okay. So let me grab one of these stamp sets now. What did I do with those? They were right here. Right here. I'm gonna do this one because I haven't done this one yet. And I think I'm gonna put this the other way, this way. There we go. And a griffin. Don't think I want this one quite so far in. So I think I'm gonna stick that corner down like that. And I think I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. Just stick the corner down. And I have the stamp. Now this background is pretty loud, but I'm still gonna do what I have planned. And you might think it's wrong, and it might be, but I'm gonna try anyways, is using these and a griffin. And I was thinking the green, honestly. I thought the green would look good instead of doing them in the black. But let's see. If it doesn't work, then it's okay. We'll just throw it away. Right? Oop, and do something else. Okay. Got my pressure tool. helping with my wrist right now. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, definitely need some more, but I do think it's gonna look good. Okay. This was one of the things I thought when I seen the stamps, that I thought, man, I got all those backgrounds. I love making backgrounds and playing around with this stuff. And sometimes you think, oh, I can't use that, I'll never use that. But you just don't know until you do. Sometimes it's amazing what this stuff does. So, these are photopolymer stamps. The Sheena stamps are always photopolymer. So they do come with the film, but just keep using them and that'll go away. Also, my paper is textured because it's watercolor. So it could take a little bit more to get it on because of the paper. Because at this point, I don't think the stamp's what's causing that. I can see the texture from the paper. So that's what I'm thinking is causing that now. And honestly, I'm gonna do this just to make sure. But I'm pretty sure it's the texture from the paper. I'm thinking that's good, but I'm also thinking I could do another one for these two here, especially. So we're gonna do that. This one here is pretty full up, but that's the thing about the watercolor paper. It's a little more harder to stamp on. So it's easier to use the easier to use the watercolor paper when you're going to use and make a background when you're going to use dyes and put dyes on it. But you know, all right, I'm going to keep this just the way it is now. At this point, let me get the lid on this. This, I believe, is a, it says hybrid, but quick drying, water resistant, oil based, water resistant. What did I do with the wipe here? There. You know how you clean up and straighten and then you put things somewhere and you don't know. You're like, wait, where did I put that? I remember that I got a new place for that, but now where did I put it? Okay. So, oh wait. I wanted to stamp the sentiment across it. And I really mean across it. So I was gonna do with thanks, just kind of across it like that. These tops look like pumpkins to me. I don't know. I know they're not, but they just kind of have that look. Please don't be offended, anybody. I'm not saying they're not pretty. They're pretty, but they just kind of look like pumpkins. With a, I mean, if you took this away, right? Ooh, that doesn't show up at all well. I might have just ruined it. Let's see what happens if I keep. I needed to mask it. I needed to stamp it and mask it. And I didn't do that. I thought I would be able to just stamp straight across. Well, maybe I just need to change it up. Let me do that. And then I need to dry it off. Don't want it wet. Excuse me. And let's try another color. So, let's just try this. I'm afraid this is gonna blend in too well. If it does, then I'll get like a black or something. Let's see if this works. It would be nice if it worked with this color, but oh, look at there. That worked. I'm gonna do one more time. It's kind of brown, which is what I would expect because red and green are brown. But I like the way it turned out, actually. Right? Okay. So this will go on 4x6. Here's the 4x6. We need a matte layer, and I'm thinking a green. My band's kind of far from me. That one. Is it big enough? That's the question. So it needs to be just a tiny bit smaller than 4x6. So, uh-oh. I got a lot of stuff right here right now. Here we go. Okay. Might not be big enough. Here. No. I'm gonna have to come in a little bit more than that. Okay, let's see how that looks. I had to cut that quite a bit more than I wanted. Just the tiniest bit, so this needs to be a little bit smaller. And I think I'm gonna be happy with that. It's a very tiny mat. That's okay. We can use that. In this, I'm gonna be doing some wiggling and stuff, so. Okay, for this one, I'm gonna go ahead and glue it down onto here and then stick it under my machine because it needs to be held with some weight on it, and I'm sure you don't want to sit here and watch me hold it for that long. This is kind of wanting to curl a little bit. So, all right, that's 2. Another one I really, really want to do something with was, I didn't do a 6x6, but I guess I might not do that. I've seen it, where'd it go? One of these. I was thinking. To cut that along the line. The problem is, right now it's so far away, it's kind of hard to see the line. I think what I might do is bring my scissors in and cut around it. Just getting a little bit closer and a little bit closer each time. right? I don't think the trimmer's going to do that great a job with this anyways, because it's up above the paper, if you know what I mean. It's got texture. It's from that glitter paste. All right. Not gonna save nothing from that. And here's my thought. My thought was now I can take this. And no, that's not straight at all, is it? Put it here, right? And how do we like that together? I kind of do. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I don't know why, but something tells me that that's gonna be all right. This is the one where I glued white dots and these little flowers, they're glued on. Take a little bit more off the side here. Okay. And then that can come on here with don't think this is big enough. I was thinking that same paper would look good, but I don't know. No. No. No, no, no. How about fancy on top of fancy? No. No. I don't like that either. No. No, that color doesn't work, I'm sorry. This is taking so long. Just trying to find out. I think that might work. What size is this? 2.5? 2 3/4. 2 3/4, so let's do 3. 3 inches. By 3 inches. Oh, somebody wants his recognition. Okay, and then we do it like that. I think that works. Okay. Let me get glue right here. Why did it do that all of a sudden? It was going good. And then it just decided, no, wait a minute. There we go. No. Really? Can you believe that? I can. Huh. I need glue. Just so we can finish this. Let me put this cap back on here and I can figure that out later. It was working so good. And then it just decided not to. And I'm kind of trying to get it even on these 3 sides here. Okay, and then this. This is not going to give me a lot of chances here. Nope. Tweets. As soon as I get my glue working again, that's what I'm going to do. So there's that one, this one, and this one. From just finishing what I had for backgrounds and doing this and, you know. So, good. All right, everybody. If you like my video, please hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you join me again. Bye-bye now.